Ashanti.
Yeah.
African politicians. Them they bust my mind.
They bust my mind.
See, like, no. Not them, they take us for idiots.
Idiots.
And I feel like we they deserve them.
True.
Because at the end of the day, some of them, like, even though they move like that, they know, like, like the thing we they do, it's no good. But then go do them, then come stand in front of us, then go talk to us, then we'll go and vote for them.
And then we go believe them.
That is why they keep doing some of these things. Because things that they have said, you present the audio and what video evidence to them, and some of them, they will look into your eyes and tell you, these are not my words. I am not the one in this video.
Can't be me.
This is not my real face. Like, bro, it is crazy.
Can't be me.
And it is not just peculiar to one country. It is prevalent on the continent, in our body of politics. This is how politicians move. You go open your mouth, talk something today, the next day, you dey talk another thing.
Not be me.
Then when you question them, when you present the facts of the matter to them, the facts of their statement, they go like, what the hell? What the hell?
I ain't got that one to say.
A Nigerian politician, policy advisor to the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
special advisor.
Daniel Bwala, has been trending for the past 3 days. First of all, normally African politicians, they dark smoke.
True.
No, they are always darking smoke. Like things like this, you not see them.
True.
Because accountability then be parallel lines. Bro. No, so I was surprised that he sat down.
An interview.
He sat down with Mehdi Hassan.
Yeah.
To engage in a debate like that.
While people to the sit audience they watch.
Hardly you go see African politicians engaging in such activity.
When he knows that he's at fault.
You can write all the letters in this world, inviting them. They will never show up.
Lie.
Either they are the ones going to organize, they will set the questions for you, and they will now answer the questions.
Yeah, ask me this.
So this particular one, I was surprised. But I thought the man was going to go on there, have a sensible conversation, debate on issues with the person. But what happened on the day of the debate, when things that he has said in the past, these things were presented to him, how he was able to basically look into the people where them did the auditorium, them are faces, look into the host in face, then
the
tell
audience,
him, I didn't say this.
He said, when did I say this?
Scan to the uncle.
But is it if they say in the past, be 10 years ago,
no,
3 years ago,
yes.
4 years ago, 2022, 2023
yes.
statement.
And for context purposes, he cross-carpeted. So he used to work with Atiku.
Yes.
Atiku in the, I think PDP. Yes, he used to work with Atiku. And so when he was working with Atiku Abubakar as a spokesperson for him, he said a lot of things about what? Tinubu.
Yeah. He was with the
APC. Left to PDP.
Yes.
Came back to
because
APC.
When I was doing the information check, they says that the APC presented 2 Muslim candidates.
Yes.
For their Tinubu and the other person for presidential.
Shetima.
Yes. Where he said no, he might go there.
So he left.
Moved to PDP.
Yes. To join Atiku. Yes.
Where Atiku lose.
Yes. It was APC to PDP. Back to APC.
To PDF.
Yes. To PDF. Charlie crazy. So that is how, and you see in Ghana, I know cross-carpeting be something where it in politics, but hardly you go say people the cross-carpet from NDC to MPP and things. Nah,
if you left,
our politicians, when it comes to that, they have shame. But Nigeria, the cross-carpeting be crazy, bro. You go see them for here today, the next day they here. And they don't care.
No.
Tinubu has actually appointed people that actually criticize him in his government.
True.
Recently, Rennie or some guy who used to criticize Tinubu. He called Tinubu all sorts of names. He has been appointed. He called Tinubu a drug dealer. Do you know the irony of that statement? He has been appointed as Nigeria's ambassador to Mexico.
I don't know why Tinubu they do that.
Look at the irony of that situation. He called the president
a drug dealer.
Then he was appointed as Nigeria's ambassador to Mexico. Uncle El Mencho.
El Chapo. If he's have a drug dealer, go ahead.
And that is why, and you see, that is why people actually give Tinubu the the pros when it comes to like politics.
Yeah.
He knows how to like bring the people,
True.
all these people into his fold.
Yes.
Into a destabilizing opposition. In Nigeria, there's nothing like NDC, MP. No, I know there's like, bro, they basically right now, they don't have like a strong opposition. You see the way Ghana, our politics, we have MPP people.
When you are MPP,
look at the cocoa thing that the MPP people are basically hammering it, making like the NDC government unpopular. In Nigeria, they don't have that,
They
bro.
just go appoint you. Right?
They are now trying to form government. They say make Obi, Peter Obi go join this, make it be vice. Like, sometimes I look at their politics and I go like, are these people serious? That's why like they keep getting away with a lot of things. They don't have a functioning opposition that will hold them accountable. And that is why this cross-carpet thing like Obi Freya, no. Today, you basically sat on a panel, on an interview, on a debate, in a debate room. The things that you said when you were in this food, they presented them to you and you lied through your teeth, bro. The one way they vexed me, this is a water. There was a part of this is a water.
This is a water. It's half filled.
Context matters.
Yes.
What context, nigga?
The Western media will say it's half filled.
Yes.
In Nigeria, we'll say it's almost full.
2,266 people were killed by bandits or insurgents in the first half of 2025. That's more than were killed in all of 2024. You are failing. Amnesty International says you are failing at security. The numbers don't lie.
It's unfortunate, and as a government,
and it's getting worse.
We're working day and night
and it's
to
getting
deal with
worse.
that situation. I don't agree to the fact that it's getting worse.
How can it not get worse if more people die in 1 year than the previous year?
Context matters.
What's the context?
The context is not getting worse.
What?
Yes.
The context is not getting worse.
The context is that it is not getting worse because you see, this is a water, right?
Okay.
If you have the water half, you could say half glass filled or half empty.
Yeah.
Isn't it right?
Yeah.
So the Western media always see Nigeria, Africa, and some of the activities in Africa as half empty. Excuse me. But we see it as half full because when we look at it, and when I say context matter.
What are you, uncle? I think
in the interview, they ask him questions. And Sheldon, to be honest, I watched some part of the interview. I feel like the host be too harsh on him. The host was.
Have you seen videos of Mehdi Hassan debating people?
This is the first time I watched.
No, that is how he moves. He was, the host. He has done a lot of, he has debated a lot of politicians. This particular one was a discovery to him.
As a shit.
Hey, there was a part. The camera angle was him looking at the man. When the man was looking at the audience, he just opened his mouth. He was shocked. Bro, he was shocked at the rate at which the man was denying things, bro. But because you see, I watched I think it's 45 minutes long. I sat down on a Sunday and I watched it. I was just, he will ask the question, the man will deny, he will quote it to, he will ask the question, the man, like, I'll put it to you. The man will deny it. Then he's confused.
When did I see this?
You understand? So that be when the hostility thing that people are talking about, because I think he was frustrated because why is this man lying?
In the end, he said, why is it that everything I've said you are denying?
And they say this is like the edited one. Oh. They say like the raw one, and then bizarre, you say, but why? You say why has a long tail and 2 Ds? Bro, it was embarrassing, bro. Like, this man basically went there to disgrace himself, and he finished and he had the audacity to come on social media to come and talk about, and I didn't know they were going. Meanwhile, prior to the thing happening, he posted on social media telling people that he's researching.
True, I see.
Yes, there's a video on his timeline telling the Nigerian citizens that I am preparing for Mehdi Hassan. Then he went to sit in that room. They put to him like, these are facts. And so the man was like, did you really research? Because I saw a video of you researching. So what did you research on porn or something, bro? See, oh man, politics on this continent is crazy, man.
These are some of the questions where they ask him, and you see the video. The questions that they asked him, he said he has zero idea. And there's a video. I don't know how people actually gather all the single videos.
Oh man.
When he joined the other party, Atiku, when he supported Atiku, he said Tinubu has created a militia, and they are there. This is the first time they have seen a presidential candidate form his own militia to attack people. And then they asked him, did you say this?
Tinubu is one of the foremost politicians in Nigerian history.
Tinubu and his people created a militia. Who said those words, Daniel?
Tinubu has helped in strengthening democracy in Nigeria.
Tinubu and his people created a militia, Daniel. Who said those
Tinubu
words?
brought in leadership
I'll ask a third
skills
time.
into governance.
Tinubu and his people created a militia. Who said those words?
Tinubu and his people never created the militias. That's
So why did you say they did on January 22nd, 2023?
I never said that.
The candidate of All Progressives Congress, Bwala Tinubu, and his people created a militia. This is the first time in the history of Nigeria we are seeing a political party creating a militant arm leading to election.
Does he have a militia that tried to kill you?
He doesn't have. I never said he tried to kill me.
We have seen violence in Nigeria, and I myself have received threats from him and his camp. Your words.
I never said that.
There is also this threat to life, and I can tell you that because I myself have received threats from Asiwaju and his camp.
You said it was so corrupt, the 2023 election, Tinubu's win. You said that you couldn't eat food for 3 days.
I never said that. Where?
And legitimate complaints were raised all over Nigeria. That part is what threw me off balance. In fact, I became so sick. For the past 3 days, I found it very hard eating food.
Tinubu is not just super rich. It's what he does with his wealth. In 2019, 2 armored money trucks, bullion vans, were seen going into his house, coming out of his house. Where did that money go?
No. Point, did you see the money? Or those who reported, did they see money inside the bullion van?
Was there no money in the bullion vans?
How am I to know?
You said it was money in the vans at the time.
I never
2023, February.
But there is only one person in Nigeria who is alleged to have moved money through bullion vans, and that person is on their ballot as the presidential candidate.
On the eve of the presidential elections, 2 cash-laden bullion vans, your words, were seen on the premises, which was ostensibly for vote buying. Your words, January 22nd, 2023.
Have
you just disowned everything you've said in order to work for this president?
I'm coming. What you just said now, I want to put it on record, on my own honor. That's not what I said.
I don't talk him.
Bro, how, bro?
I don't talk him.
But you see, this was not even fact check on, what Mehdi Hassan did was to read it. So it was extrapolated,
Yes.
right? And the man put it on a paper and he was reading it to him.
him.
After the video was released on social
When people
media,
go-
then people actually, they went into the archives and brought these videos. There was a video where he said he was criticizing the Tinubu government or whatever, and he said for 3 days he couldn't eat. They put it to him. He said, nah. He said, where did
He said that Tinubu winning the election, there will be some way. For 3 days, he couldn't eat. In another question, he said he saw a bullion van with money entering Tinubu's house, coming out.
Bro.
They asked him, he said, that one way, he said, when did I really say this?
Charlie, it's crazy. So a lot of things that he said when he was in in the other camp, like they basically read it to him. Like it's like you are in.
He said he received threats.
Yes.
From people in Tinubu's
When
camp.
they asked him, he said, no, I never said anything. He basically denied all these things that he has said when he was supporting Atiku. You understand? Then this man sat in a room. You had people, like there was an APC member, the Jagaban hat. He was wearing the Jagaban hat and sitting there talking about the fact that President Tinubu, before he became president, he was generous, he had money and things. And we're like, bro, we are not here to talk about that shit. There are issues happening in Nigeria that we need to talk about. This president, like his name has appeared in a lot of like places that I don't think it is presidential. Let us talk about that. And these people were just sitting down there. You had this is a policy advisor to the president sitting down there and lying, bro. Like lying, denying things that he has said.
On a big platform.
Bro, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. This is like what you see in a serious country. This calls for like resignation. Like you resign.
Sit home.
Impeachment.
Oh, impeachment. Oh, now Tinubu in South Africa, we don't impeach. This is like if you have any self-respect left in you. Because you see, you know what is funny? He thought he had done something on there.
After he finished, he was sharing the links of the interview.
He shared the
links of the interview on his page.
I don't know how he saw it because normally they send you the unlisted video for you to watch. He saw all these things and was like, post it.
The part where he showed the water, he killed. That part that Tuami killed.
Context matters.
Yeah.
Context matters.
How we see it is different.
This is the water. Where you,
it's full, almost full.
Almost full.
He asked the guy, what is the context of this water? The guy said,
barrel. I know. And you see, you know, as I dey watch the video and I dey see say this thing, you know, one politician in this country, this thing go hold the neck, man. Sam George. If they put Sam George in a situation like who said Sam George Nangasa, you see, say people don't actually move to him. They just post this video.
Yeah.
On the catalog, they out for the so.
Photo vault.
Hey,
vote to the
like
vault.
you the man just go talk, say it's okay. But I don't think Sam George, you see, that is one thing I like about him. He will not deny it. True. When he sat in front of the appointment committee, he said, I said what I said.
Something kind.
That's what I mean. Me, bro, admit it and move on. And that's why I said, this guy, he has not mastered the art of political communication. In situations like, I know there was a lot of embellishment, a lot of things that he had said that, like, bro, it was crazy. In situations like that, you for master the art of communicating, meet the person halfway. These are some of the things that you have said. Even if it be misinformation on the part of media, and you sit down, you engage the person, admit and move on. Because once again, what you say in opposition, I have said a lot of things for the MPP. As the NDC come, if I dey talk, somebody go see me say I be hypocrite. Yeah. But then I go admit it, I said it. You know they mean say, as this people come out for keep quiet. So you move on from there. You admit it and move on because in opposition, you have to say some of these things. True. You can never be in opposition and just be, no. You have to say some of these things. It is the nature of our politics.
Yeah. One can
and deny. But in this situation, because he works directly with the president. And he has said so much damning things about him, calling the president a drug lord and all those things. Imagine admitting that your president is a drug lord. It is going to position, like,
you saw him taking money into his house.
You understand? So these are like I don't know, monumental things or like heavy stuff. Heavy stuff that you've said about your president. You understand? So right now, for you to actually say, oh, I didn't say this. I said, even if you want to justify itself, it will make you look some way. True. And that is like the space that he found himself and not to papa.
I did some story one time, and I heard of I think the fire service in Nigeria or something. Then in an interview, he was educating people about you calling the 192 and whatever. People have been complaining that when they call, they don't get answer. What the man say, call 192. Is it Ghana? I forgot the number. Call 192. The host say, okay, then let me call. You call. It's a wrong number. Wait, they just switch off. Wait, ask the host, say, call again. The person called. They say it's a wrong number. Then he just sit there.
Yeah.
And the way he be bold, they talk,
because the thing is, we don't hold their necks enough.
True.
Like the Daniel Bwala guy, he's still going to be the policy advisor to the president. True. He will not resign. He would actually campaign for Tinubu in the next elections. Absolutely nothing is going to happen.
And you're going to say something later.
Do you know the number of times Tinubu's name and reputation has been dragged into disrepute? The things that he has, like the spaces that you find his name, drug dealing issue, money laundering issues. Allegedly, once again, I'm not like these. I follow the Nigerian politics like it be my own, but I know be my own. But like there are things, like there are spaces that you've heard, you've seen things, you've seen it, like they mention a name. Or like the Supreme Court, the highest court of the land, they actually ruled that all these things be sanctions. They make sense. And you cannot challenge the decision by the highest court of the land.
True.
So that is how they move. And the thing is, bro, once again, allegedly, every person, every institution in that country has been rendered inefficient. Because we want to criticize
the government.
You want to what? You don't want to do the bid of the government?
And they move on.
Sure. So that is what is happening. And so that is why this man can actually go on a platform like that, embarrass himself, and still have a job. He has a job.
People too, they defend him.
Of course, there is a man that came to write plenty I say that is not debate. That is hostility. Let me say, you see, we treat politicians on this continent with iron, like case gloves, right? It's like we massage their egos. True. We pamper them. Like we see them as our saviors. And that is why some of these things, like they do it in impunity, bro. It's like crazy, bro. Anyway.
Continent, we are never moving forward with these things.
What can I'm ready. And don't be say like it be paraphrase, bro.
Clear video evidence, no AI. See, when did I say it? I saw you then play the video, give him that they good deny.
He can tell you that is not my real face. That's AI.
That's not me.
Now that we can use AI to do deep.
Meanwhile, he lied before AI said can the system.
Exactly, bro. Right now that we have deep fake sentence, he will tell you that's not my face. Someone is using my face to.
And he will get away with it.
Of course, the senator who was, found in the private jet. He was seen in a private jet with the OnlyFans lady, and he was questioned. He said AI. That's not him.
AI didn't want to.
The man actually said AI. I said, nah, that is not him. And we have moved on from that. Once again, in a serious country, that man is basically going to resign.
He's gone.
But now, bro, I see AI, and that is what we are going to move with. That is basically it. What can you say?
No.
I see AI with me. You have evidence. Did you post the video? You have the video. Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, bro, if they had put a Ghanaian politician in the same situation, I'm sure we would have had something like that, similar to that. This is not a Nigerian specific issue.
Not at all.
It is something that politicians on this continent, they've taken us for idiot, and they do it all the time, you understand? So we are not, no. This is just Daniel Bwala's issue. We know, in this country, we know, sometimes you call them on local radio stations, you question them, and they basically digress, and they deny. It is normal, bro. It's a normal practice. But the fact that they do this with impunity, it annoys me to the core. But what can we do about it? Nothing.
Africa, we did.
Yeah, let's move on with our lives, bro. Because now I'm bizarre because you get to papa. So this is the water.
Context matters.
Context very thousand.
Yeah,
times.
I'll be context.
And you know the one that vexed me? He was basically trying to equate things happening on this in Nigeria to the US. Yeah. They was USF, Donald Trump appointed this, and bro,
the guy said,
that is not what we, bro.
Are you? So
he was basically equating every single thing. If there's an issue in Nigeria that like they want to have a conversation about, then he will cite an example from UK and US.
Yeah,
bro, that's not what we are talking about.
In the US, about 8,000 people died. I said, no, don't worry. Nigeria has recorded the 4th largest. I said, in the US, so it's also the context matters.
How is this guy a communicator though? Like, bro.
At some part, he said Western media. Where the guy, do you really understand what Western media?
Yeah, he was actually blaming Western media for the misinformation in quotes. And that's what they do. That is what they hide behind it. Oh, like it's fake news. Western media, they have a propaganda. They want to take our oil. They want to take our food. They want to do this and this and that. Meanwhile, you know your leaders. This morning, I was watching an interview, right? That was done with this Muslim cleric in Nigeria. The name is Sheikh Gumi. And he said, and this is a man that when the bandits, they almost are terrorists, foreign bandits, when they I'm a kidnapping Kwadwo. He's basically the man where they lead the government to the bandit for them to go and sit and negotiate. So that like if there is some serious issue happening between the bandit and the the military and things, like they act as an intermediary. This man sat down for an interview and this is what he said. He said the government, the people in position of power, they know every single terrorist they name. That's what he said. The interview is there. He said they know them. They know them by their faces. They know them by their name. Because all the times that they engage his services to negotiate, we don't negotiate with terrorists. It is only in Nigeria that I hear they negotiate with terrorists. No, in a serious country, we do not negotiate with terrorists. But they have a terrorist negotiator in that country. And the man said they know their names. They know their faces. Like they know them.
They see you. They don't see you.
But why? Good. So many Charlie, this people, Charlie. Anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think in the comment section. This episode is brought to you by Adam's Vision Technologies. They say make I tell you CCTV they be money that also yes, bro. They get package for you. Go fit buy, you go fit make them can install for you. They go pay them small. If you go just mention our name, KSS. Videos where you go see 4K. Yeah, check Robbie baby hour the 4K quality. Reach out
you
to Adam.
Catch you with them busy. You go talk say no be you.
Yeah, no be you.
So they're
clear, bro.
Yes.
No be the Daniel.
No AI.
Bwala issue.
No AI. Reach out to Adam's Vision. The number is on the screen. See you guys on another episode. Subscribe to the channel. We out.